Thank you very much for this encouraging introduction. And I am really happy to share this conversation this time with Anthony. I just met him 2 days ago, and we became friends. You know,
I suspect that happens a lot.
Sometimes you meet people, and you are never friends. You can live with them in the same room, in the same bedroom, and they are strangers. And sometimes you meet people in conferences like that, and you become friends. That's creativity. Creativity is not just writing. Creativity in human relationships, in friendship, in love, in all that. We cannot separate, because some people think creativity is just to write, or the freedom is just freedom to write. In fact, I cannot see you, and this is inequality, because you see me, I cannot see you. So can we see each other? This is one of the major problems of conferences, that we are up and you are a little bit down. We are in the light, you are in the darkness. And it is very difficult for me to speak when I don't see the eyes of people, when I don't see their faces, because I am inspired by you, by your presence. So now I cannot see you. Can you see them?
I think they're raising the lights.
Can you diminish the light a little bit, or is it the television?
No, I think we can raise the lights a bit.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's too much. That's too much.
No, it's okay.
It's too close. Is it okay like that? Okay. I like to be comfortable when I talk. I remember I was invited to California in one of the big universities, and I was supposed to speak about democracy. And the situation was very undemocratic. Because we were sitting very up, maybe higher than that, in a very, and where, what they call position or positioning is very important. How we sit, how we talk to each other is very important. And equality is important in dialogue. But anyway, I am supposed to speak about the freedom to write. But is the freedom to write separate from other freedoms? Economic freedom, political freedom, sexual freedom? Here you have the free market everywhere. Is the free market really free? Because the word freedom, sometimes very misleading, sometimes it's an illusion. You know, you feel free, but really you are not free. It's like when I ask women who are veiled, why you are veiled? They say, we are free, we chose the veil. I ask women who put makeup, and the makeup is another veil, I call it postmodern veil. I ask women why you put the makeup, they say, we are free. Or women who are naked in parties and they show half of their breasts. I ask them why you are naked, they say, we are free. So freedom to dress or freedom to undress, freedom to be veiled or not to be veiled or to be naked, this is not freedom. This is an illusion. This is really an illusion. And the freedom to write, I haven't seen really in any country freedom to write or freedom to express ourselves. There is subtle censorship in the United States. Of course, the censorship in Egypt is very crude and harsh and visible. But here, maybe the censorship is more dangerous because it's subtle and invisible. It's very invisible, and it's embedded in the most sophisticated freedom to write and express, and it is in the big media and in the big academia. So I am very cautious when I speak about the freedom to write. That's number one. Number two, I think we live in one word, not three words. I am very much against the word third word. They ask me, are you a third word? You come from the third word? This is an insult to me. I am not from the third world, and this country is not the first world. Because when you have George Bush that go to Iraq and kill people, this is not a first world man. So we have to be we should not use this language. This is very colonial language, but we use it in our writing. Like the word post-colonial. In the academia, they say post-colonial, as if we finished colonialism. We are in the neo-colonial period. Also, the Middle East, they say, I am from the Middle East. Every day, I hear the word Middle East. And it's an insult to me. Why? We were named Middle East by the British colonizers. So Egypt were middle relative to London, and India was the far east relative to England. So we were named by our colonizers relative to them. So now when I go to London, from Egypt to London, I say I'm going to the Middle West. Okay. When I come to the United States, I say I'm coming to the Far West. You laugh. You are laughing about a ridiculous language. But we use this ridiculous colonial language every day in our writing, in our academia, in the media, and nobody laughs. So we have to change the language in order to be free. Because if we cannot change the language, we are not free. We are dominated by the big powers in the academia, in politics, in economics, in religion. I'll come to religion. In fact, I'm supposed to be brief because, because I would like to have a dialogue and conversation with Anthony and maybe hopefully with you, but maybe we'll not have the time. Anyway, so what I would like to say that, what was I?
Religion.
Religion. Yesterday, and that's the danger of the big media, how we are brainwashed in a subtle way, and how we receive false information and false knowledge all the time, under knowledge, authority we receive, and that's why we never have real knowledge. We receive false knowledge, fragmented knowledge, in the academia, in the media, by people who have authority, and this delayed the revolution. We are supposed, this Pen Festival about revolution, evolution, I'll come to that. So, yesterday in the New York Times, yesterday was Saturday, so I read a big article with a very famous authoritarian person speaking about religion. And he said, science has cold facts. Reason is cold. There is no passion. There is no compassion in science. That's why people go back to religion. In fact, he doesn't know even political analysis, because my political analysis, or the political analysis of many people, for this backlash, going back to religion, has nothing to do with passion or compassion, or that we lack passion and compassion in science. It's political. Bin Laden and George Bush are twins. You know, they needed each other. The whole problem of religious fundamentalism and going back to Islamic fundamentalism or Christian fundamentalism or Jewish fundamentalism, it's political, it's economic. But he wrote religion about as if religion is separate, number one, from politics, though religion is a political ideology. Then he spoke about science as if science has no passion or compassion. I am a medical doctor, and I felt a lot of passion and compassion as a medical doctor to my patients. And if we really understand science, it's full of passion.